So let's look at this application problem where we have a restaurant just put up their new sign that's in the shape of an ellipse. The sign has a height of 10 feet and it has a width of 18 feet. And I always ask you to draw a correctly labeled sketch when I put a problem like this on a quiz or a test. So this is your problem to do as you like. So why not have the center be the origin of your coordinate system to make your life so much easier? And then we can see that halfway across in the x direction is 9. So I'm going to have x squared over 9 squared plus, then halfway across in the y direction is 5. So I'm going to have y squared over 5 squared equals 1. So that's the equation of this ellipse. And then we're being asked to find the vertical height. So that's going to be a y. Find the vertical height in inches of the sign at a distance 2 feet from the center. So we're going to go 2 feet from the center and ask, how high is the sign? So we're asking for the coordinates of this point that's on the edge of the sign. So we know that point has coordinates 2, comma, something. Let's call it H. Well, we've used H for something else. Let's call it L. So this height is L, 2 comma L, to get to that point on the edge of the sign. Okay, so we know when x is 2, then we want to know what y is, so we're going to put our variable in there. And that's the only unknown, so we're going to be able to solve for it. So what I would do here, first thing, is I would multiply by 9 squared times 5 squared on both sides. Because then when I distribute, I'm not going to have any fractions. So I'll have 5 squared times 2 squared plus 9 squared times L squared equals 9 squared times 5 squared. So let's go ahead and get some numbers for these. So 5 squared times 2 squared, that's obviously 100, plus 81 L squared. And then we have 25 times 81, or 2,025. So notice this is all in feet, so when we get to the very end, we're going to have to convert into inches. So I'm solving for L, so let me subtract 100 and have 81 L squared equals 1,925. Divide both sides by 81. And this is going to be approximately 23.765. And then I'm going to do the square root of both sides and get about 4.875 feet. But then I need to convert that into inches. So I'm not actually rounding this number off. I'm keeping the whole number in my calculator. And I'm going to multiply by 12 inches in 1 foot to get inches. And it said round it to the nearest hundredth of an inch. So I'm getting 58.50 inches. What I actually have here is 58.49976 and some more digits. When you round to the nearest hundredth and the last digit is a 0, you keep the last digit. It has significance. It says how carefully you're measuring, so don't leave it off. Okay, and that's it for the ellipses.